The highest level of congruency is you sticking to your personality. That's how you're going to have long-term results. So by you actually focusing on a plan that doesn't really suit you or tailor to you, doesn't really set you up from the long run. So there's no point getting someone else's plan, even though it's the same strategy, right? You have to take time with it and build it. Hello guys and girls, welcome back to the Falcon YouTube channel. As always, we thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you are subscribed so you're always in the loop for the up-to-date stuff that we are bringing out. So we've had a lot of great feedback recently, especially about one of the last episodes we've done, which was on how to treat trading like a business. We actually released the performance toolkit. We got so much great feedback from that. And as I said then, treating trading like a business is a thought process. Now, as we're fully aware, listen, there are loads of ways to run a business. There's loads of ways that other people run businesses, but there are key core things, core principles, processes that people do. Success leads clues. And one thing that we get asked a lot, which is trading plans. It's a common thing. In Falcon, we go into a lot of depth into trading plans, but of course that's specific to people in Falcon and how they're learning, how they're trading. But the question we often ask, how do I build a trading plan? Well, first and foremost, you got to ask yourself a question. Do you think it's wise to build a trading plan when you first start learning a strategy? In theory, that probably sounds sensible if you're a relatively new to intermediate trader. But in actuality, it's not, because how are you going to build a plan on something that you don't fully understand? What I would recommend, if you're learning somewhere out there, go in firstly with the mindset to actually grasp the strategy. You want to learn it. You want to understand what to do with the strategy. Because if you try to emulate somebody else, I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, within a strategy, you can be slightly conservative or you can be aggressive. Now, you might find that someone who's really aggressive in the market, it doesn't really align with your values and the way that you trade the markets for their particular style. You're trying to almost copy that, replicate that. But really, that's not congruent with how you are. Because remember, the highest level of congruency is you sticking to your personality. That's how you're going to have long-term results. So by you actually focusing on a plan that doesn't really suit you or tailor to you, doesn't really set you up from the long run. So there's no point getting someone else's plan, even though it's the same strategy, right? You have to take time with it and build it. So that is why beginning stages, first 2-3 months, just absorb the knowledge, grasp the strategy before you do anything. You should not rush a trading plan. That will come over time and it will evolve. Remember, you're going to build the systemized approach to exactly how you enter, manage, etc. All your psychology, the game plan that you need for certain type of situations. That will happily build over time. It's a little bit like backtesting. That's another thing that people ask. Where should I start backtesting and 1 week in? You shouldn't start backtesting 1 week in, because what are you going to backtest? Well, you could backtest and you might get some value from it, but how are you going to backtest something you don't understand? Right? You're not going to know what to do. It would be like going into the gym for the very first time and saying, I'm going to the gym, but you don't actually understand what to do yet. You have to learn what to do, technique, form, these kind of things. You have to have intention behind what you're doing. It's the same when you're backtesting. Backtesting for the sake of backtesting is like just going through the motions. You will get some results and you will see some value, but not as much if you focused on a simple process of first learning the strategy, understanding how it works, understanding how you behave as a human being, how you are naturally, your personality, going inwards first, and then you can start backtesting specific things that is going to help you, which then as a side effect, what's that going to do? It's going to help build your trading plan. So these are the real key elements that we need to focus on first when we build a trading plan. What I've gone and done, because in Falcon we go into much more detail, of course, because it's tailored to people the way that we trade. But what I thought I would do is I would create just a simple PDF resource, something for you guys just to help you start building a trading plan. I am astounded to this day at how many people still don't have a trading plan that have been trading for 1, 2, 3 years, 6 months. They've done more than enough time in learning the strategy. They've probably backtested. They understand what they're doing, but they're not operating from a plan. And the dangers to that is, or the scary thought is that it's really easy to think that you're doing a similar thing over and over again, because the trades that you might be taking, if you're not consistent yet or you're not profiting yet, is that they may look very similar, and you can't work out why is it that this trade's not working, but that one is, and this is not, and I never seem to break through? It's because you're not operating from a plan, and it's deceptive because they look so similar, but it's the situations, apologies guys, it's the situations in those type of areas that counts. It's the in the moment decisions that counts. And when you really understand that concept, you only see it when you actually have a plan. But again, you can't have the plan first if you've not grasped the strategy. So if you're someone out there right now and you're thinking about, right, I've been trading for a while, I don't have a plan, this is just going to be a simple resource that you're going to benefit from. You can evolve and adapt. And remember this, what plan you have when you actually build your trading plan is probably not going to be the same in a year after that, because you'll refine, you'll tweak, you'll realize, right, you'll actually look at the data and realize all of these trades, when you look back, were they in my trading plan? Oh yes, they were. They were actually some really great trades. Okay, what about these trades? Were they in my trading plan? Oh no, they weren't. Why is that? You keep reverse engineering, you tweak, you refine, you tweak, you refine. Remember, it's not about being too rigid in that sense. You need to be able to evolve. You need to be able to grow. After all, the markets are always evolving. So if you think that your plan right now is going to work in 5 years' time, there's probably a few things you have to slightly tweak or change. And that's why you've got to be sharp. You've got to always be evolving, be around the right people in the game that are ahead, always having that healthy obsession to evolve and adapt. That has kept me in the game for years and years and years. And I've evolved. Over the last 4 or 5 years, I've evolved loads of parts of my trading. And I've realized what resonates with me. But first and foremost, the plan cannot be rushed, shouldn't be rushed. And when you can learn to enjoy the process, you won't rush it in the first place. And as a side effect, as time goes on, you'll actually build a plan that you're proud of, happy with. You study that, and then it becomes some subconscious. Essentially, you want your trading plan in the markets, you want to have that unconscious competence. You want to know it like the back of your hand, but that will only happen with timing. So the key thing that I want you to take away from this video, guys and girls, is not about the key thing that I'm going to tell you, right, this is how you build a trading plan, because you're trading different strategies. That's not the point. It's about the timing of the plan. Are you forcing it? Do you feel like you just need a trading plan because it sounds good in theory? It's more important for you to go backwards, focus on a strategy, then backtest, and then build your plan over time. You will see so much more results in the long run. And this is where I think people get disheartened because they give up way too soon, because they kind of come in with the mindset of 2 months in, they feel like they need to have this detailed, perfect plan, and they still can't even grasp the basics. Again, it goes back to doing the basic things very, very well. Once you know that, then you can go intermediate, then you go advanced. Those people in this business, they stay for years and years and years. So come in with the right mindset, open-minded, long-term mindset, and don't rush the process. So I hope it helped. Hope this just gives you a bit of perspective on the matter of trading plans. If you need any help, of course, feel free to reach out to any of us. And of course, if you're a Falcon member, then reach out to myself or anybody in the team. We'll be happy to help and guide you in the right direction. Recently, we actually just launched something which you can probably see on my screen, which is called the Falcon Trading Center. Now, the Falcon Trading Center is a new resource that is one of the most powerful resources that we have ever created in the Falcon project. We're so proud of it, and it's going to be a game changer, and it links to things like the trading plan. But again, it goes back to the timing. This is essentially the second brain. We're so proud of this, because if you're a Falcon member right now and you haven't seen this, you need this downloaded. You need to be working from this trading center. This is going to be the hub, the second brain for you to be moving forward and measuring your commitment, your intention. There's going to be purpose behind everything that you're doing. And of course, your trading plan will be in there when the time is right. But with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of content recently. And like I said, there's lots of elements to treat trading like a business. One of them is going to be your plan, but it's all about timing. Business is about timing. Success is about timing. But you've got to do the basics first. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Have an incredible weekend ahead. And I'll speak to you all soon. Take care, everyone.